Hey guys, welcome back to the Q&A video part number 2. If you haven't seen part 1, it's popping up in the info button right now. And now I don't want to waste any more time. Let's jump right into it after the intro. Now let's come to your questions from the Instagram post about the Q&A. As I said, 51 to 4 people, 93% said I should do the Q&A, and the people that asked me a question under this Instagram story, I will tell you the names and what they asked. 05 Justin M asked, how did you come to freestyle? Well, as I said, I'm doing freestyle for such a long time now. As I started doing freestyle, there wasn't actually a sport called freestyle existing. I never heard about it. There was no YouTube channel, there was no YouTube video about freestyle ice skating, there was nothing. I got some hockey skates from my father, which were those silver black ones on the top. And my father wanted me to play hockey, and I tried to play hockey, but I didn't have fun. I was an over average skater, so skating was not a problem. And yeah, I still got my hockey racket and I sometimes play with it with friends, but I never had fun with playing competitive hockey. As I said, competition in summer, I don't need it in the winter. Figure skating, no, just no. No way that I go into figure skating. So I started to develop tricks on my own without knowing anything about freestyle ice skating. And the first tricks I did, as I said, were ground touches and trick breaks. After 1 year of trying to develop tricks and always looking on YouTube for ice skating tricks, and just finding something like weak grapevines and triangles and that's it, and made by hockey tutorial channels and everything. In the summer of 2011, I found Nandi's video Freestyle Ice Skating, the iconic Freestyle Ice Skating 1 video. And then I knew, okay, that's things that I'm doing, because lots of those tricks like ground touches and breaks were very similar to what I tried to develop. So I found out, okay, at the moment it looks like I'm doing something that is called Freestyle Ice Skating. And then I tried to improve my skills, do more and more tricks, try to bring some of Nandi's tricks in, and then there were more and more freestyle ice skating videos on YouTube. I was completely alone, by the way, doing that. I had no friends that tried to learn the sport with me. The first time I met another freestyler, was I guess 2014. So I did 4 or 5 years developing myself before I met another freestyler. And then when I met the other freestylers at the same time, there were more and more freestyle ice skating videos, more and more techniques and everything. And yeah, this is how I came into freestyle ice skating, by just being creative, as the sport didn't really exist, and then making the best out of it. I guess if I would start freestyle ice skating today with that many people doing freestyle, and you can meet freestylers everywhere, it would be way easier. I needed 5 years to learn tricks that some people can do after 1 season of freestyle. But hey, it was worth it, I had fun. So this is how I came to freestyle ice skating. Samuel Vollmert asked, do you go inline skating? If yes, why are there no videos? Okay, to answer that easy, I just don't like inline skating. By the way, there are inline skating videos, but they are 5 or 6 years old. I put them to the info button if I have space in the info button left. So yes, do I have inline skating videos? Yes. Do I go inline skating? No. I've been 1 time last summer, and before that, I guess 4 years without even touching my inline skates. Yeah, reason is pretty easy. I skate that much in the winter. I just need to have the summer off of this sport to get the full passion and motivation back on the blades when I can be back on the ice. And as I said, I'm a contracted football player. I have to play football in the summer as my main sport. So you miss time and energy for that if you're just working and playing football the whole summer. So I have no time. I don't like it that much because I want to keep my motivation. And the third reason is you can do so many things on ice skates that you can't do on concrete. On ice, there are so many things more possible. Of course, you can learn them with inline skates, but I don't want that. I enjoy the feeling of the ice, so I will stay on the ice. And if you fall on the ice, you slide. If you fall on concrete, you don't slide, or if you slide, then it hurts very much. When it's warm enough and good weather enough for inline skating, then you're wearing short pants. Yeah, you can wear protectors, but I just don't like the feeling of protectors. Inline skating is just not the sport for me. I have a sport in the summer, football, and I have a sport in the winter, ice skating, and I guess it's fine as it is. Charles Darwin 0604. Will you ever sell those Alpine Ice Freestyle beanies you always wear? Yeah, this beanie hat. It's not the most beautiful item I have, but it's the only way to have your logo printed on your head, and I got used to it. Some people say, oh god, this thing is so ugly, can't you get a real hat? And I think, it's fun. But back to the question, will I sell it? Yeah, of course, they are available right now in my online shop, so you can buy it if you want. Fairster Ruben asks, what is the craziest place you have ever freestyled at? Oh, crazy. Definition of crazy. There are so many great places I freestyled. Crazy, I would say some of the ponds I freestyled on, the video will be out next season, are crazy. There was crazy thin ice. There were crazy nice places. So the definition of crazy makes it hard. Crazy good, crazy bad, crazy. Yeah, so the craziest nice place, nice ice surface, I guess, Swiss Alps, nothing about. And I was in this glaciered funnel, which would be definitely been the craziest place if freestyle would have been allowed there. I was, I guess, the only person who ever brought his ice skates to this mountain because it's not made for ice skating. But I said, okay, if I put my ice skates on now, I get kicked out of the mountain. But this would have been the craziest place, the craziest nice place, of course, Swiss mountains, crazy nice, crazy, skating down with ice skates. A skiing slope could be craziest thing. There are so many possibilities. I have no idea what I should say, but skating down a skiing slope would be the crazy thing. Craziest nice place was Swiss mountains or my hometown lake. As you see, I can't find a suitable answer for that, but you got some examples now. Mate NWM. Do you plan to ever teach someone in person? Yeah, answer is I did that already. I founded my own team in my hometown, but yeah, the motivation in the team was not that big. I got ice skating times from the public ice rinks for one season, and it worked and the training worked, but the motivation and everything, you had to pull the people on the ice. And if the motivation of the people by themselves is not that high, not all of them, but some of them, then it's just not fun. It's just not a waste of time, but you can use this energy for better things. But if I meet people, for example, in Katowice on the event, we made workshops, and then in these workshops, they asked me if I would teach the people in doing something, and I teach them in ground touches. But I think the easiest way to teach people is tutorials, because they can watch it as much as they want, as they need, and learn the best out of it. Teaching somebody in person, yeah, if I'm relaxed and if I'm on an event and you ask me if I could teach you, why not? If I just come to the ice rink for 2 hours and then go to the next city, then the time is not that good to teach somebody, but I guess I will always find a few seconds to give you a tip. So teaching somebody in person, on events, if we do workshops, of course, at home with my team, not anymore. And if we meet wherever I am skating, yeah, you can always ask me. If I find time for you, I'll take some seconds. And yeah, I hope this question is answered for you. Giovanni06 asks, how much time does freestyle ice skating take from you? Too much. Way too much time. Just editing, 1 video minute takes 1 hour of editing by average. Depends on how complicated it's written, but at least 1 hour per video minute. So I have 25 videos, then another, let's say 70 videos per season, give them an average of 7 minutes. So 7 times 7 is, I don't want to say anything wrong here, but I guess it's 49. 490 video minutes, let's say 500. So 500 hours of editing. You can think how much that is. And then traveling. Traveling takes so much time. I spend so much time in buses and trains and planes, and I will spend even more time. And then training, go to my hometown ice rink, driving there, skating, going back. I would say this takes more time from me than my actual work. So a lot of time. You really have to live for this and spend all your time for that if you want to do it in the way that I'm doing it. And I'm the only freestyle ice skating channel that uploads regularly. I'm the only one that uploads in the summer regularly. I'm the only one that uploads weekly or sometimes twice per week. So yeah, it takes as much as a full-time job for sure per week. Freddy DDM asks, have you had any major injuries since you became an ice freestyler? Yes. I very often hit my elbows, I very often hit my knees, I very often hit my hip, that happens. But once in Budapest, 2018, the final evening should be the best evening we ever had in Budapest. 2017 wasn't as big, 2019 won't be that big. And in the warm-up for that, I jumped the butterfly, landed wrong, and I don't know if this is correct, but
outer ligament tear
in my right foot after the crash landing. And yeah, in Germany, Außenbandriss im rechten Sprunggelenk. So this was a pretty bad thing, because in the warm-up before the nicest skating evening of the whole season, this happened, and I was like, oh. I spent the whole evening on a weak damaged foot close to the ice to be with the people. I had to pay entrance on the next day, even if I was coming on crutches, but I had to pay entrance with my damaged foot. I could not be on the ice. I was kicked off the ice. I was just allowed to stand next to the ice to be close to the people. Then I carried my 40 kilo bag home, went to work the next day, and after work I went to the doctor to get the diagnosis. So yeah, guess this was my worst injury I ever had. The rest is just hitting my elbows, hitting my hip. But this day in Budapest, oh God! By the way, I could feel this injury for 2.5 years. This season was the first season where I said, okay, I don't feel it anymore. And this nearly ended my career as a football player as well. And I got back to sport way too early after 5 weeks. Normally I have to rest for 3 months. That was my worst injury. Leo KR04, best beginner tricks to learn. I would say the basic for all freestyle ice skating tricks is being a good skater. So first thing you learn, skate forwards, then learn breaks, then learn skating backwards, then learn crossovers, then learn a triangle, then learn a grapevine, because a triangle and grapevine, nearly all footwork tricks are based. Yeah, I guess that's the best advice I could give, and I will upload tutorials, as I just said, for beginners or beginner tricks and also advanced tricks on my channel in the upcoming season, beginning of the upcoming season. So yeah, subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss the tutorials for beginner tricks and also advanced tricks. Ken DLG, why did you pick ice skating out of all the other sports? Well, that's just wrong. I do that many sports. As I said, I'm a contracted football player. I'm a freestyle ice skater. I can play volleyball. I can play basketball. I play darts in a league team. I played because I don't have time at the moment, but when football is over, I want to go back to the darts league again. I can play ice hockey, and nearly every sport I do, I am good at, because as a, not pro, but in Germany, Leistungssportler, which means a person who does a lot of sports on a high level. I can do nearly every sport I want to do, but ice skating is just a passion I do most of the time, and football playing, of course, as well. I got my darts board here. I play darts every day. So I didn't pick ice skating out of all the other sports. I do every sport I want to do. Ice skating is just the sport I do mostly. And why? I have no idea. If you find your passion, then you have your passion. So yeah, I hope I could answer this question this way. Falling Brian asks, how long did it take you to learn the hawk stop? Don't want to be rude, but I guess 5 to 10 minutes. I saw the hawk stop for many times. I was not that interested. I just thought, oh my god, this is so unreal. And then in, I guess, 2017, I was the first person to visit Nandi, or 2018, early 2018. I guess early 2018, I was the first person to visit Nandi in Debrecen. Do I have any photo of me and him here? No, don't have. And he was working on a breaks tutorial. If I have placed an info button, I put it right there. And for this breaks tutorial, he also wanted to film the hawk stop. And I said, oh, this trick is cool. Probably I'll learn it one day. And he said, okay, the hawk stop is done like this. You will also see it in the tutorial. Can you show it to me? And he said, sure. Showed it to me. Okay, that's the way you do it. And I did a few tries and then I made it. And yeah, learning the hawk stop took me 10 minutes. And bringing it to perfection took me a season. You have to do it every time you go on the ice and you bring every trick to perfection. And yeah, so back to the answer. Learning it 10 minutes, bringing it to perfection 1 season. Charles Darwin 0604. By the way, thank you for so many questions. What gear do you use? Skate bag, gloves, and everything. So skate bag, if you want to know, is a skiing bag by Baker. Yeah, I love the color matching with my skates and with my gloves. So this is my skate bag, and yeah, it's a skiing bag, but I have so much stuff to carry, all my camera stuff. I have 3 camera bags in this bag together with my ice skates and with my skating clothes. Sometimes when you're traveling, you leave the hotel in the morning with all the stuff you need for the full day, for food and drinks and camera stuff and ice skates and socks and everything. So you just need a big bag. That's the reason why I have a skiing bag. I love the T-Blade skate bag and it's totally adequate for at home, but yeah, for my requirements with all the gear, I take this bag. My gloves are made by a company called Chiba. Wait a second, get them for you. So I'm back. So those are my gloves by a company called Chiba. You can buy those gloves online. This is called the Chiba Tour Plus. It's a regular bicycle glove, but yeah, I love this glove also for my tricks. I go through them like tic-tacs. I need 3 to 4 pairs per season because of that many ground touches and everything. But yeah, they are working just perfect for me. And also, yeah, I love the color match. Yeah, my skate Graph 9035 MCI. Skate socks. I highly recommend skate socks. Also Graph skate socks because yeah, skate socks are great. My pants are made by Engelbert Strauss. It's called ES Vision Stretch, if I'm right, cargo pants, and those t-shirts are made by Spreadshirt, and you'll find a link to the shirt shop in the description below. Same with my pullover, with my hoodie, and with my beanie. And in the underwear, I'm wearing padded pants from Select Prof Care, just pads on my hips and my back because sometimes you need them. And the top, this long sleeve I'm always wearing, is from Nike. It's a Nike Pro long sleeve. I use this in summer for football playing and winter for ice skating. Totally fine for me. So yeah, that's the actual gear I'm wearing. I hope this answers the question. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope I could answer your questions. If you have questions left, just ask in the comments below. Probably I make a second Q&A video then for you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything in the future. If you want to get my team merch, you'll find it in the link in the description below. And also feel free to follow me on Instagram. That's it for today guys. See ya!